For years, Prince Harry has presented himself as the man who chose truth over tradition. But behind the reinforced gates of Montecito, that truth is reportedly curdling into a nightmare. Insiders describe a man who no longer sleeps, a prince who paces his halls like a prisoner awaiting a sentence. The mask isn't just slipping, it is shattered. And according to a legal consultant embedded within the Sussex camp, Harry finally reached his breaking point. In a moment of raw, late-night desperation, he allegedly confessed the one thing that could dismantle his entire legacy. The children were never carried by Meghan. He claims the official narrative was a script written by his wife, a script he followed under the guise of protection. But that lie has become a terminal weight, and the man who once fought for his family now looks like he's imploding under the gravity of his own deception. The illusion is dead. The cracks have formed, and through those cracks, the real story is finally hemorrhaging out. At the epicenter of this collapse is a woman the world was never supposed to know. For legal reasons, we'll call her DL. She isn't just a whisper in a tabloid. She is a ghost coming back to claim her life. DL isn't claiming to be a mere witness. She is claiming to be the biological mother of both Archie and Lilibet. She claims to hold the DNA, the clinical paperwork, and the encrypted emails that prove Meghan and Harry's miracle births were actually a cold, calculated transaction. For years, DL was buried under the suffocating weight of an ironclad NDA. She was promised a fortune, she was promised security, and she was promised total anonymity. Instead, she says she was met with a cold erasure. No wellness check. But DL has decided that if the Sussexes can break their promises, she can break her silence. This isn't just a dispute, it's a forensic reconstruction of a fraud. To understand how we got here, we have to look at the shadows of late 2018. DL claims she was recruited through an elite, high-end fertility clinic that caters to the world's 1%, those who need a womb and a secret in equal measure. The deal was simple, total clinical discretion in exchange for a clean break. She signed the papers. She followed every medical decree. She carried the weight of the monarchy's future while being treated as a non-person. But the moment the children were delivered, she was discarded like a spent resource. This is where the timeline turns dark. When Archie was introduced to the world in May 2019, the public saw a glowing, resilient Meghan. But DL claims the world was watching a performance. She asserts that Archie was already 2 weeks old when that impromptu photo call happened. While the palace was feeding the press vague updates about Meghan being in labor, DL says she had already given birth to the boy in a private facility in Colorado, thousands of miles away from the royal photographers. Think about the footage. Think about Meghan standing in high heels, looking untouched by the trauma of labor just 48 hours after giving birth. We were told she was a superwoman. DL says she was simply an actress who hadn't spent a single minute in a delivery room. The introduction of the royal heir wasn't a celebration of life. It was a coordinated product launch designed to hide the fact that the biological mother was being scrubbed from history. But you can't scrub a paper trail forever. DL claims her name was intentionally omitted from every public-facing document. She was told that for the royal story to remain pure, she had to remain invisible. Yet, the official records still reek of interference. Remember when Meghan's name was suddenly scrubbed from Archie's birth certificate months after the fact? They called it a clerical edit. In reality, it may have been a frantic attempt to align a legal document with a fictional narrative. DL says she kept everything, the transfer receipts, the private logs, the hidden correspondence, because she knew the day would come when the system would try to delete her. If DL is telling the truth, this isn't just a family scandal. It is a constitutional crisis. Under UK law, royal succession is not a suggestion. It is a legal mandate. It requires a child to be born of the body. If these children were born via a hidden surrogate without official disclosure, their status in the line of succession isn't just complicated, it's fraudulent. The palace is reportedly in a state of quiet terror. If the lineage is compromised, the titles can be stripped. If the documents were falsified, it's a matter for Parliament. We are no longer talking about hurt feelings. We are talking about the legal legitimacy of the British Crown. As the evidence mounts, Meghan Markle has gone dark. This isn't her usual tactical retreat. It's a total blackout. No podcasts, no red carpets, no leaked paparazzi shots. The Hollywood elite, once desperate for her proximity, are now backing away with clinical precision. No one wants to be standing next to a sinking ship when the hull finally snaps. Her silence isn't a choice. It's a survival mechanism. She is waiting to see if DL's documents can be silenced one last time before the world sees them. Meanwhile, Harry is a shadow of his former self. His friends say he is consumed by a specific, corrosive kind of guilt. He didn't just choose a different path. He chose a lie that has now outgrown his ability to control it. He allegedly told a close confidant, "I only wanted to protect them. I didn't think it would go this far." But it has gone too far. The story he built to save his family is now the very thing destroying it. The countdown has begun. DL's team is reportedly preparing for a televised disclosure. No handlers, no PR spin, just the evidence. We're talking about hospital bills with her name on them where Meghan's should be. We're talking about financial transfers from Sussex-linked trusts. If even a fraction of this is verified, the Sussex narrative won't just be edited, it will be incinerated. We are at the final breath of the secret. Buckingham Palace is silent, bracing for the impact. Montecito is a fortress of tension, and the woman the world was never supposed to know is standing in the light, holding the keys to the kingdom's greatest modern deception. The curtain is being pulled back, and what's behind it isn't a fairy tale. It's a fracture that might just change history forever.